Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my book review of Branded, and this is going to be the spoiler review. Um, Hopefully this video works this time because I've redone this video like twice already. So I don't know what's wrong with my iPad. It keeps cutting me off way early. So hopefully I won't do that this time. Um, but I'm going to, go into the spoilers for Branded. Um, if you have not read this book, I do have a non-spoiler review on my channel, so go check that out and then go read the book. Then come back here and we can discuss it because I have a lot of thoughts that I want to talk about with this book. So first off, I'm going to go into, in my non-spoiler review, I talked about not trusting Cole towards the end of the book. And I didn't go into it at the time why I didn't trust them because I didn't want to spoil anyone. But I will go into now why I don't really trust Cole. And the first thing that makes me not trust them, I'm on page 313 if you guys have the book and you want to look along. But this is the part where Cole and Lexi are arguing about Cole and her brother not getting along. And Lexi says, "Cole, please, I don't want to argue with you." And Cole responds, "Of course you don't. You've made your choice and so have I." And Lexi says, "What do you mean?" And Cole doesn't really respond. And right there, when Cole says, "You made your choice and so have I," right there I'm thinking, okay, what choice is he talking about? What choice did he make? What decision did he make? And right there, I just have a gut feeling saying that something's wrong with Cole, and you can't trust him, and it's gonna betray Lexi and the others. And I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. Especially later on, when they go into their mission to take down the commander, they realize that the soldiers were alert and ready for them, and Sutton at one point says, someone must have tipped them off. And immediately I'm thinking of Cole. I'm thinking, well, oh crap, what if Cole was the one who tipped them off? He did say, "You made your choice to live," and I kept thinking, what does he mean? Like, did he betray her or what? And so I'm like, what if Cole tipped him off? Which, it doesn't really make sense why he would. But at the same time, I just don't know. I just don't trust him. And, like, it also goes, like, into the next page. It continues, he says, "It doesn't matter now. What's done is done. Plus, if it's in the past, so let's leave it there. Plus, if we could rewind time and fix our mistakes, we'd never learn from them, right?" So right there, I'm sort of thinking, okay, what mistakes did he make that he's learning from? What mistakes did he make in the past that he's talking about? Is he talking about the choice that he made? So right there, my gut just says I can't trust Cole. And then this last part on page 374, this is when, like, they're all escaping from the hole, and Cole and Lexi are running out trying to escape. And Bruno, one of the other rebels with them, he's in his car or Jeep or whatever, and sees Cole and Lexi and drives over to them. And Bruno says, "Where the hell were you going, man? I had to slam the car in reverse to get you." And then Cole replies, I must have got confused and mixed up the rendezvous point. My bad. And that seems like something so small and so little, but at the same time, it gets me thinking, really something as big as this, and you mix up the point where you guys are supposed to meet up? And so, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What do you guys think? Maybe it's just me, and I'm just nitpicking on the tiny little things he says, but something just doesn't feel right about Cole, and at this point, I don't trust him. And I hope I'm wrong, because I don't want him to betray Lexi. So I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just don't trust him at this point. Anyway, another thing I want to talk about, the ending, the commander being Lexi's stepdad. Okay, I've heard one person say they saw that coming from a mile away. I'm like, you know what? I don't know why I didn't see that coming. I just didn't. I wasn't surprised when I found out he was the commander. After I realized he was the commander, I was kind of like, I guess that makes sense given the way Lexi talks about him and describes him. It's like, I guess that would make sense. But for some reason, I just didn't see it coming at the time. And then the other thing with Lexi's background, throughout the whole book, the way she talks about her stepfather and her relationship with her stepfather, the way she talks about it made me think that he had sexually abused her. And then you find out, she says, no, it was nothing like that. But then, she doesn't really go say, well, she kind of says what he does to her. But, I don't know, just from the descriptions all throughout the book, it made me think it was something worse than... I mean, it was still pretty bad. I mean, locked in a closet with the bugs crawling all over you. That would freak me out too. So it was still pretty bad. But I was thinking, it was sexual abuse. But it wasn't, so that's the good thing. So yeah. And then, let me see. The Sutton being the commander's brother and Lexi's dad's best friend. It was like, when I read that part, I was like, wow, it's really a small world in this book. Her dad's best friend is the commander's brother, who's like a father figure to her, and yeah, just crazy, but so this book just is so much things going on in this book, so much feelings. And so, another thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that this book, like most dystopian series, they end with a big revolution. Okay, so Hunger Games, Divergent, whatever, all of, most dystopian series, their big revolt, their revolution is at the end of the series, like the last book. This book is different because the revolution is in the first book. Like, they take down the commander in the first book in the series, which at that point you're kind of like, well, where is it going to go from here? But, it's just really interesting to see, where it's going to go from here, how it's going to develop, and seeing the aftermath of after the revolt. Because you don't really see that in most series, most dystopian series. You don't really see the aftermath of what happens after everyone revolts and rebels against the corrupt government. So I thought that was different and unique, and I'm really interested to see where it's gonna go from here now that the commander is gone and out of the picture. So yeah, I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about was sort of my predictions of who is going to die in this series, by the end of this series. Like I said earlier, I don't trust Cole, and if my gut feeling is right and he does betray Lexi, well then I hope he does die. But unfortunately, I really like Cole's dog, Zeus. Oh my gosh, Zeus is so adorable. And I really love Zeus. But unfortunately, I just have this feeling that he might be one that dies in the series. And I don't know why, but Zeus reminds, like in my head, I keep comparing Zeus to Hedwig, which is Harry's owl that he gets in the first book in Sorcerer's Stone. And I keep comparing them, even though they're two completely different animals, and two, like, I don't know why, but I mean, they're both so loyal and protective that, I don't know, I like Zeus. I hope he doesn't die. But unfortunately, because I keep thinking of Hedwig when I think of Zeus in my head, so I keep having this feeling that Zeus is gonna die similar to how Hedwig died in Deathly Hallows. Oh, sorry, spoiler. If anyone hadn't read Deathly Hallows, sorry. But yeah, I hope not. But yeah. And then I think, who else do I think will not make it? I don't think Sutton will make it. I like Sutton. It'd be nice if he makes it. He's like a father figure to Lexi. So it'd be nice if he makes it, but I don't know. I don't think he will. I hope Lexi makes it. I hope they don't do sort of... If you haven't read Allegiant, this is a spoiler, so don't listen to this part till I give the thumbs up. But I hope they don't do what they did in Allegiant, and I hope they don't kill off Lexi. I feel like most books don't do that, but I don't know. You never know. But I hope not. Anyway, you can listen again. So, yeah, pretty much those are my main thoughts, what I wanted to get into the spoilers of the book. Those are pretty much my main thoughts of what I wanted to talk about. So let me know what you guys thought. What are your predictions? Who do you think will make it to the end of the series? Who won't? Let me know your thoughts, your feelings about this book, and do you guys trust Cole after, those parts that I talked about? Do you trust him? Do you not? What do you think of him? So let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time with another review. It'll probably be the treatment and the program and the treatment. I'm going to do a series review on those, so look for those coming up pretty soon. Alright, see you guys. Bye.